Drivin Ivan here. I'm at the Old Town Festival of Speed. I've got a car here. I'm going to show you every car here. So let's get going. Smash that like button, subscribe. Here we go. Starting with Ferrari F40. Why not? Everybody loves it. Everybody's stopping to look at it. The last car that Enzo Ferrari himself oversaw the construction of. He lived to be about 100 years old or so. There's a kind of debate as to when he was born. 1898, I think. And this car was the late 80s, early 90s. And so there you go. About 100 years, the F40. 40th anniversary of Ferrari. Considered one of the last supercars because there's nothing to save you in this car. It's just a normally aspirated, huge engine. Well, actually, is it totally aspirated? What I'm saying is there's no driver's aids on it whatsoever. Basically, a race car for the street. Very quick, and it'll punish you if you don't know what you're doing. All right, I'm going to show you every car here. We'll go that way, and we'll go this way. This is the first, if you don't live here, this is the first block of, second block actually, of King Street. And there's a lot of cool stuff out here. This is a Jaguar, probably a XK 120. Named so because, yeah, it's good for 120 miles an hour. 120 miles an hour. And all green. This is probably a rare color. Even though, British racing green is not all that rare for British cars, but you don't see them with green interior. This is an Austin Healey, and it's the big Healeys. It's a racy one, 100 BN2, and got the wire wheels. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Got the driving goggles too. So again, I'm going to show you every one of these cars. I'll just walk by. This is a Morgan. They just came out with a Midsummer in collaboration with Pininfarina, but they really haven't changed much. Even that one, the brand new one, or the Morgan Aero that Hamster, Richard Hammond from Top Gear drives. Well, they still look sort of the same, even though that's the Aero 8, the more modern looking one. This is a TVR, and these are really, really, really fast and very sought after in Britain. This is a TVR Griffith 500, 5-liter V8, and right-hand drive, but they were uncompromising in their pursuit for speed. I believe this one is an Anglia, Ford Anglia, I think. Let's see. It's imported. It's Ford, yeah. Some of these had an angular back end. My mom had one, actually, I believe, back in the day. So, yeah, just a really cute little car that any lady would be happy to drive back then. I think they were, kind of advertised more towards the ladies, but I think a guy owns this one. I think I've seen him at car shows. 1959, very cool. Just a timepiece, and so cool. Austin Healey again, and this is the 3000 Mark III. The big Healeys. I have a small Healey, a Sprite. They had bug eye, frog eye Sprites, depending on where you live, and they had mine, which does not have that, but these are the big ones. The M is actually the racy one, but this one is beautifully presented, two-tone, blue and white, wire wheels, proud owner with his Union Jack hat on right next to it. If you want to pause and read all about it, there you go. Search Drivin Ivan tonight and you'll see the video. Today I'm driving I'll get to it. I'll get to it later and I'll show it to you, but this is a Sunbeam Tiger. And this is basically, before the Shelby Cobra, this was the Shelby Cobra. It was a big engine put into a Sunbeam, basically. And Sunbeam Alpine, I think, is the model. And then they souped it up and made it fast, right, sir?
Yep.
Is it quick?
By 1960 standards, yes.
What's that mean? What's the 0 to 60? Tell the people.
About 7 seconds.
7 seconds is screaming fast for the 60s.
A 4-cylinder turbo today goes in like 3.2.
Well, no, that's not true, but not that fast. But yeah.
My Cayman went 3.9.
I know. Oh, so you're a Porsche guy too. Me too. Drivin Ivan has 5 Porsches. I didn't bring one today. That's your first clue, but I'll show you what I got later. Watch it later on Drivin Ivan on YouTube. Beautiful car, 57 TR3. That's a Triumph. Just went to the British Car Day. Oh, this is my friend Tom's car. We just met. There's Tom right there. He walked up to my car. There's your clue as to what my car might be. This is the car. If you look at it from this angle, you can clearly see that this was the Mazda Miata. Before the Mazda Miata was the Mazda Miata. Mazda stole this for the Miata. So yeah, it's a 1966 Lotus Elan. 13 years later, Mazda basically came out with the same car, made it a bit more reliable. And, you know, Lotus, they're, hey, you know, I do have a couple Lotuses. And, yeah, they're finicky. But, you know, simplify and add lightness is Colin Chapman's basic philosophy. So that's what he does. Oh, speaking of the Sprite, here's one. Here's a frog eye. Frog eye, bug eye, probably from the late 50s, early 60s. Yes, 1959, Austin Healey, bug eye Sprite. Excuse me, sir. If you'd like to read all about it, just press pause right here, and you can read all about it. There you go. Continuing on, nice to see the police officers here today, keeping us safe. And let's see, I'll go up. I missed these, so I'll go up this way. MGA, I believe. 1500. Let's see. Yes, 1962. Mark II. MGA. This, I love these. MGB GT, and it's a V8. Very rare. I think they only made, I don't know. They'll tell you right here, I think. Not a lot of 8-cylinder MGB GTs were made. They were mostly the 4-cylinders, I believe. And so there you have it. Love it. It's a shooting brake. It's a 2-door wagon, and that is called a shooting brake. Basically, they made them out of Jags and Aston Martins in Europe. Love them. My Lotus Europa is sort of a shooting brake, and it's got the same sort of shape, basically. Look at all these Austin Healeys, and look at this. Ooh, is that an old Celica? I think that's a Celica. Is it fast?
Yeah, it's all right. It's more built for sliding around.
All right, cool. Oh yeah, it drifts, huh? Is this another Sunbeam Tiger? Wow. This one's got a different color scheme. I like it. Hard top. And wow, that's good looking car right there. The blue with the white racing stripes. Like my Austin Healey Sprite, done in sort of a Cobra tribute. I think we're going to see a Cobra later. Another Morgan. And this one, of course, the traditional British racing green. They made 3-wheelers, actually. 2001 Morgan Plus 8. Notice how it doesn't look all that different from the older ones. Plus 8 means it has an 8-cylinder. Plus 4 would mean it has a 4-cylinder. So there you go. All right, coming on down here. MGTD, maybe?
I really don't have the time to take off 2 weeks of work. So.
MGTD, what are we looking at? No help there, but usually they have something on them to identify them. They're supposed to today. They gave us all badges. But anyway, these were the cars that U.S. soldiers would be in Britain, and they would see these and kind of fall in love with them. So that's why these cars became popular in the U.S. Everybody started bringing them in, and that's what they did. They brought them on in, and everybody seems to love them, you know? Really nice looking cars, and that's what started the British car craze in America. Keeping with a British theme, here we have Austin, basically a Mini Cooper, and this is a Cooper S. See all the racing pictures? It's up in the air. These are really, really giant killers. They were so fast, and they were just such a small wheelbase, which means they turned quickly around the track, and they just handled supremely. So, yeah, you can see the racing footage of these. If you want to see a good video, watch the Goodwood Festival of Speed, where they all race. They're all the same car, and they're so fast. It's just crazy. They did well in rallies. They did it all, really. You can press pause. Go ahead. And press pause on that, too, if you like. Aston Martin here, and Citroen, MGA. We'll get to each one, don't worry. Here we go. if you're interested in any of these cars, so many of them I've driven. So check out my driving reviews. Just search Drivin Ivan in any car. Smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. Aston Martin DB9. I actually review a 12-cylinder, 6-speed manual version of this one, and it was earlier than this one though. I kind of wanted to bring my Citroen today, but they don't really like 4-door cars at this event. This is the Citroen SM from the early 70s and had a Maserati engine and hydro-pneumatic suspension. If you want to learn more about that, like I said, watch my Citroen CX video, my Barbie Dream Wagon. Also, I just had it at Import Carlisle. There were so many Citroens there. If you like Citroens, watch my Import Carlisle video from last weekend, actually. A lot of car shows coming up, and this one's kind of a rare, interesting bird. It's the Apollo GT. Basically, I think a company maybe in Florida made them, and they wanted to basically have a retro-looking Ferrari type of really GT car. Nice wire wheels and that Italian car look, and so that's what you got here. The Apollo GT from 1965. Basically was at the same time, so really there's a couple of these around the area. I really ought to find out more info about them and maybe do a driving review on one of those sometime. If you'd like me to review your car, just reach out to me and send me a PM on my Drivin Ivan stuff. Okay, getting into some big American cars here. Boss 429, the Boss Mustang. Orange with the Hearst shifter. That is pretty cool. That's a lot of muscle car right there. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what your favorite car is. Tell me a car story. Who knows, I might respond. GTO? I always found it kind of funny that, you know, Pontiac, Le Mans, GTO, they were using all these European racing terms. Gran Turismo Homologado is basically means Grand Touring Homologated. That means they had to build a certain number of these cars to bring up racing. So it's really a racing term. If your car is homologated, let's say they had to build 250 of them or 500 of them or whatever number of those cars. And, you know, it's a racing term. Here we have a DeLorean. Lots of people love the DeLorean. Many of them have the flux capacitor. This one has the skateboard, right? But the flux capacitor should be back here. Here we go. It's a 1981 DeLorean. You can buy one of these brand new, stainless steel. Some of them came in copper, but they're all made out of stainless steel. And you can actually buy a brand new one these days. 88. Of course, that's the number you need to time travel in these. So really cool. Yeah, the DeLorean, people love the gull-wing doors. But it was kind of underpowered with a 6-cylinder. Someone that comes to one of my not private, but Cars and Coffees, he put an LS3 in it, actually. So you can make them quicker, but that was one of the complaints. But yeah, John DeLorean was a controversial figure. It's worth the Wikipedia. Look him up. He's really interesting. Alfa Romeo Milano. We'll get to that in a second. I'll walk you around the rest of the way. C4 Corvette. Here we go. Wow, 24 hours, record run. That's pretty cool. I don't know if this was the car that did it. That's pretty cool. There you go. You can press pause and read all about it if you like. Really nice looking 4-cam 32-valve engine here. Bigger wheels, and yeah, it's a manual. That's pretty cool. I love the digital dash in these. And yeah, I've always come very close to buying one of these. I had a C3 1977 Corvette. And then I've reviewed lots of Corvettes as well. Watch it later on Drivin Ivan, the video on YouTube. But lots of Corvettes here. This one, second generation of Corvette. And the Brits would call this almost primrose yellow, although it's a little brighter. Chevrolet Stingray 1964. That's pretty cool. Old Town Garages, huh? That's a cool book. But this one, only 63 had the split window, and that one is very desirable. But still, they're all desirable. Don't they look great? 1987 Mitsubishi Starion. These were really unique cars back then. You know, they were a little bit more common back then. You don't see very many now, except at car shows and such. But really, really cool 80s cars. They had the right fender flaring and everything. They looked very rally, kind of like a, you know, a racing version of you know, British Touring Car Championship or something like that. I love when they take a normal car and just kind of flare it out a little bit. You know, they did it to Ford Capris. They do it to Alfa Romeo GTVs. They do it to all sorts of racing cars, and it's very, very cool. Skyline GTR, the Dragon Slayer. This is not the original, but this is the one that's popular. Everybody's bringing these over. Look at the interior. Again, kind of cool interiors. Again, similar to the Lancia Delta Integrale. Yeah, I have one of those. It's a rally car. Very successful Lancia was at rally, and they won it from 87 to 92 every year, actually. More on that story if you search Drivin Ivan and Lancia Delta Integrale. But love this one. Look at those seats. JDM, and that means Japanese domestic market. And this one's just beautiful in purple with the, yeah, it's really nice. It's worth a walk around. This Vet is very nice too. This is the 3rd generation, side pipes. And of course it's a manual 4-speed. And it's a beast. This thing is an absolute beast. FIA 70 GT, so there you go. 1970, huh? Really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, another 2nd generation knockoff wheels, notice down there. And it's in 1966 apparently. Blue on blue. That's the color to have. Love it. Absolutely gorgeous manual transmission. And wow, beautiful paint job. Beautiful everything.
25-year-old.
25-year-old. This doesn't matter. I like them like that. I like driven cars. So. All right. You should see my my car today. It's driven. So there you go. What's that? Nice. Congratulations, sir. Awesome. Pride of ownership. I love to see that. And search Drivin Ivan later on YouTube, and you'll see it. Drivin Ivan. That's me. Here comes another American car. It's a Mustang with red line wheels. BXRC 38. Look at that. I would say probably mid 66, 67-ish. Very nice. Actually drove one of those to prom. Yes, I did. This is a looks like a GTO, but it is a Chevelle. the mid 60s Chevelles, they kind of look like GTOs. All the cars look the same to me. And I had a Chevelle as my first car, so that's just funny. Anyway, Super Sport, Chevelle SS. Yeah, I mean, the body shapes are all similar back then. The Nova, the Chevelle. I know you muscle car people are going to be freaking out, but again, yeah, I had one as my first car, and it was a later 1970 convertible. But yeah, this one's very racy. This is a resto mod. It's got later gauges and everything, and it's been souped up a bit. Krager looking wheels, very, very cool. Not in the car show, but I think very cool. This is a BMW 128i, but wait till you see the BMW I'm going to show you in a bit. Very rare. You never see them in the United States because they didn't sell them. It's also convertible. This is very, very cool though. Very, very cool. I actually review new cars too, including the Veloster. These are very cool also. Took this on a long road trip, the turbo version, and also reviewed the other normally aspirated version. As I said, search any car and Drivin Ivan. Jeepster, yeah, there's a song by Steppenwolf about this car. Absolutely there is. I've seen this car out and about actually, and it's nice to see that this car gets driven, and it's a loved car and a driven car. 50 Jeepster, and it's very, very cool. I guess it's got some information in here. I'll show you that. Pause to read all about it. Smash that like button and subscribe too. Wow, look at this Shelby Cobra. It's a clone. It's one of the clone ones, but it's really cool. 65, and I love the polished aluminum. I actually saw a Lamborghini Miura go to auction with this same, the owner figured they'd let the new owner pick the color or just keep it like that when he restored it. I think it looks really cool. Is this a factory? It says Shelby. It says Cobra, so I don't know who made it, but it's really cool. I like the big Goodyear Eagles and knockoff wheels, and this one looks more original actually, this one here, but let's see. If you want to see an absolutely original car, check out my Shelby video from Naples, Florida at Rev's Institute. Era 427 replica, so it's a clone basically. But they did have continuation ones where they kept making them. They basically were licensed to keep making them. I'm not sure if this one was it, but it's a replica, so I would say not. But still, they did a good job with it, and I really like it. It's nice. This one is probably factory 5. I have reviewed one of these, and it was a factory 5. And they are just absolutely beasts to drive. I mean, you know, they even had a Super Snake that had more horsepower. And famously, I think one comedian whose name you can't mention anymore, but used to sell pudding pops, I think he had one and was just too scared to drive it. It was too fast. And so there you go. They were very, very scary cars. Shelby himself had one, the Super Snake, and they are fast. I mean, watch my review. It's kind of a crazy car to drive. This is very cool. A junior Porsche diesel. I do love Porsches. You can search what does Drivin Ivan drive, but I do have a nice collection of Porsches as well. And it's nice to see this tractor out here. If you want to read about it, then go ahead. Yes, just press pause, and there you go. As promised, I told you I'd get you back to the Alfa Romeo Milano. I've had 2 Alfa Romeos. I currently have 1. This I never understood, the way the body comes this way and then just pops up at the end. It's just a very strange design, but it's a little strange actually, and it's a real driver's car though. And I like the wheel on this one, but I have a current GTV, not a current GTV, an old GTV that's actually convertible. But yeah, I had the more current version of this, the 164, and I think they call this the 155. Actually, it's a Milano in America, but I think they call it the 155 in Europe. Right in there. But it always struck me as quirky. But they're driver's cars, a sports sedan, and one of the rare 4-door cars here today too. Okay, as we said, we already talked about this one, but the tour continues on. This one we haven't talked about. Oh, we did a little bit, but maybe not. 1969 Ferrari 365 GT 2+2. You know, Ferrari owners, they like their sports cars, but they started needing rear seats for their family, so that's why this one came out. Kind of funny, that's like a 80s radio there. But you know, you want to have a radio in it. Got the knockoff wheels, kind of the Daytona wheels. That would come later, but you know, this is the 12-cylinder Colombo engine. This is what you want in your Ferrari. Smooth as silk and very quick for its day. This one is a little long. One of these actually had the same scoop you see on a Ferrari 308, and that would be one of the first cars to have that, but this one did not. It's very, very cool. Absolutely cool. If you want to see a good Ferrari display, watch my Pebble Beach Ferrari display from back a few years back, I think 2021. This one's very cool. Old Ford. Have you driven a Ford lately? I bet you haven't driven this one. Look at that wood-look dash. Yeah, wow. This is how they used to be back in the day. I'll tell you what it is on the other side here. Sorry, excuse me a second. I'll slip by. And here we go. 1941 Ford Super Deluxe. All right, there you go. On to the Rolls-Royce here. And what's more classic than a white Rolls-Royce convertible? Can't you just see Elton John driving by in this? Elton John apparently has so many Rolls-Royces that he would just give them as gifts. Just buy them and give them as gifts. Elvis Presley used to do that too. 1969 Rolls-Royce Corniche 3. Love the piping on the seats. I'm a sucker for that. I've always wanted one of these. This is the perfect Florida car. Actually, it's a perfect car for today because it's about 70 and cloudy today. If it's sunny out, a lot of people don't know, but it's not great to be in a convertible when it's sunny. I have so many convertibles. This is a friend of, I think it is a friend of mine's. But it's a very cool Porsche 911, and it is a 993, the last generation of air-cooled Porsches, making it very valuable these days. My car is earlier than this one, air-cooled, and then I have a later one too. I have the first water-cooled. But you can see the airbag in this one, the upgraded interior from the 964 and the earlier Carreras and 911 SCs. I love it when people have models of their cars. I have a model of my car, although I have a model of an earlier car. I'll show you in a second because we're almost there. I don't want to miss anything though. And I kind of skipped over this Rolls, I believe. Rolls Royce. Maybe it's a Silver Ghost. What is it? No, it's an Alpine Eagle. 1919 Rolls Royce Alpine Eagle. And looking good out here. And very, very cool. Wow. So nice to see a really, really old car here today. And everybody's drooling over the new one, though. A lot of people like the new cars. Very opulent. I gotta tell you, Rolls Royces are special cars. Absolutely special car. And the way they drive is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And even more special than Bentleys, I would say. Although Bentley has the racing history, Rolls Royce really does not. But that's okay. This is the brass era car, they call them. If you want to see a lot of brass era cars, watch my footage of Amelia Island or Pebble Beach. I did a live video from there. Very cool stuff. I'll take you around and you can pause on the information so you can read it if you like. All right, moving up the street. Here we go. 1936 Ford Phaeton. Wow, it took them from their wedding. That's pretty cool. Keeping it running. One of the more strange cars I reviewed is actually a Ford Model T. Really interesting driving these older cars. Absolutely. 1959 Mercedes-Benz 220F. I have some amazing footage of Mercedes cars from the factory in Stuttgart last summer. Do watch that video. It's really amazing. Now, a famous singer named Elvis Presley had a yellow Di Tommaso Pantera, famously. It's currently owned by the Peterson Museum in LA, and he famously shot the car. He had his lady friend, after Priscilla, he had his lady friend get out because it wouldn't start. He was mad. And then he proceeded to shoot it 5 times, and you could see bullet holes in the steering wheel in that one. But that one would not have had these wheels. These are really modified. If you want to hear a cool story about the Di Tommaso Pantera and a coffee shop that you might not know are linked, well, search Drivin Ivan and Tim Horton. There's a famous story linking Tim Horton to this car. He's the famous hockey player, donut shop owner in Canada and the north of the United States. Very interesting car stories. I love a good story, and that's one of the better ones. Sad, but better story anyway. One of the better stories that I've told. A brand new generation of Corvette, and it's nice to see it out here. Corvette finally going mid-engine. Do you know why they did it? You just can't get enough traction in a rear-wheel drive front-engine car. That's why they did it. They finally had to go mid-engine to keep up with the rest of the European sports cars, and it's so great that they did. They offer great value for the money. There's now the Z06 out. A friend of mine just traded in his C8 for a Z06, so I'll be reviewing that one soon. But this one looks great, looks fantastic, sir. And
so I raced a pro stock dragster.
Oh, okay, cool.
By the time his wheels came down, I was halfway down the track.
Really? That's amazing. So it's quick.
No spin, just like you said.
All right, well, watch it later on Drivin Ivan. Here we go with a personal favorite of mine, that one too. But let's go to the Lotus Cortina. I love this car. Talk about a race car. You can see also footage at Goodwood. You can see this thing just going around the track like nobody's business. Very quick car for a British Ford Cortina saloon, sedan, coupe actually. It's a coupe, 2 doors. But yeah, so cool. Yeah, absolutely. The twin cam Lotus engine. You can read all about it right here. It is one of the greater automotive stories, I think. And Lotus has always collaborated with other manufacturers like Isuzu and really all sorts of. Toyota is a big collaborator. They use Toyota engines because they give Toyota the technology. Lotus is quite the racing company. Like I said, simplify and add lightness. Here is another Di Tommaso Pantera. Very, very nice. These things look great. American engines and Italian styling. Best combination of both. Again, watch my Tim Hortons story too, as well. Here we go with, well, maybe not this version, but this is the car that a very famous person who made this car right here, Enzo Ferrari, said that this was actually the most beautiful car in the world. That's what Enzo Ferrari said, and he should know. Love the way the door swings open in the back. Spare tire. Look, it's Jackie. Very, very cool. Quad exhaust down there. And look at that interior. It's automatic. That's very rare. It's the later plastics buttons in here. The earlier ones had toggle switches, but I reviewed a convertible. It was a beautiful car on a beautiful day. You got to see that video. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So there you go. Okay, let's go over to this Ferrari. And it is a 550 Maranello. Wow. This is, I mean, it's a 456M is what I meant to say. I'm spaced out. This is the color combination I want. Blue with crema interior, blue piping. It's so silly that I messed that up because I was at the Ferrari factory when they made this car. So yeah, I just misspoke. Sorry, it's got the later Ozzy wheels and they're actually pretty cool. The blue Ferrari calipers, show winner it looks like. A four-door Ferrari, and it was a big deal because it was, I think they improved the automatic transmission for this one. 1999 Ferrari 456M. This is around the time that they made the 550 and the 575 Maranello. Sorry, I misspoke there, but you know, you do it sometimes. And the 550, a lot of those were manuals, and really, really cool cars. Just awesome cars. Here we have probably the quintessential sports car to me. This is a Porsche 911 Carrera, and wow, it's just amazing, isn't it? I'm a little biased because I have one of these. Mine is a Targa, but this to me is the sweet spot of 911s, the Carrera and the 911 SC. Yeah, the later the air cooled, which means basically into the year 1999, they were air cooled until 1998, and then 1999 saw the 96 911, which came along, and but this is classic. Porsches look great in this white cream color with the tan. What a nice looking car. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And here we go. Here we are at my car. This is the one I brought today. This is my 1988 Lotus Esprit Turbo. And it's similar to the car that you saw Richard Gere pick Julia Roberts up in the movie Pretty Woman. Same car. And yeah, drove it in this morning. I got some stuff on display. I got my Lotus glasses, my model of the earlier Turbo, and even got some cars for sale too if you're interested. I'm personally selling some cars, so reach out to me if you want to. Pause it there, see my information. Here's the original window sticker for my car. Pause there too if you want to see it. But yeah, this is a great car that I've been very fortunate to own. I do have another Lotus, Lotus Europa, but this one's quick. It's fun, it's still quick. Mid-engine, 4-cylinder, simplify and add lightness. This would keep up with all the 8-cylinder Ferraris of the day, and even the 12-cylinders. Also the Lamborghinis and Porsches, and it was only a 2.2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. So Lotus built a very light car, about 2,200 pounds. And the lighter the car, the better they are, the better they handle, and this one is fun to drive. I have a full driving review and a history of this car, so search Drivin Ivan Lotus Esprit and you will find it. Search Drivin Ivan in any car, as I say. There's my Austin Healey Sprite. Okay, onward to the GT350, and this is a legend in and of itself as well. Very, very cool. Nicely presented. Woohoo! This was the same color as my uncle's. Remember I mentioned that I took this to prom. A lot of people liking the American muscle cars. Thunderbird with the cool top. And I think I missed a few down here. More of the Cobras. More Cobras, Esso. Of course, that's a company that's now Exxon. And yeah, well, I've told you all about these. So this is a 64 Shelby FIA Cobra. Wow. Very cool. AC. I do have a video of the AC Ace. That's the car it was based on. I love it, like I said, when they have the model of the car. Very cool. But yeah, they started with an AC Ace and put a very racy American engine in, much like the Pantera and the Sunbeam Tiger. Lots of different cars. Yep. This is similar to my Chevelle, although this is an SS, much faster than mine. Might have had the bench seats going across here, and that's a racy steering wheel too. This one is, well, the 70s had dual headlights on each side. This is a 71 probably, and let's see, yeah, 71. Got the racing SS rally stripe, and really nice to see that. Wow, look at this. Besides the cool BMWs I'm about to show you, look at this nice painting this gentleman's doing. Wow, that looks great. Awesome. Is that a racing Jaguar?
Yeah, so it's a Jaguar E-Type lightweight. It was here last year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought I'd get a head start on.
That's really cool. And actually, if you want to have a driving review of the E-Type lightweight, I do review one. I review a clone of the 11th of 12 cars. There's 12 lightweights built, and I actually do a driving review of that one. This is a good time to smash that like button and subscribe if you already haven't. Let's go with the classic BMW M3. Yes, this is the one you want, kids. Man, are these going crazy in price. This one's very clean too, with the wing and back, looking good. M3. I am a sucker for really weird cars, so I love this thing. And yes, I want one, but look, they even have a model of it. I think it says don't touch, but that's kind of funny. They got the original window sticker there. Yeah, M-Power. I had kind of an M7 non-diamond, which is kind of a tricky built, weird car. Full driving review of that one. My current BMW fleet consists of Alpina B7 and a very custom 635 CSI, which is definitely worth looking at. You got to see that car. It's very cool. But this next one, this is classic. Everybody wants one. They're amazing. I do review the M3 too, but this is what I really want. This is only available in Germany, BMW Z1. I just imported 3 cars from Europe, and I looked at one of these actually over there. I love these. You press the button and the door goes up and down. Can I do that, sir? Does it work?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah. All right. So there you go. You press the button, and you press it again. There you go. I mean, how cool is that? This is BMW Z1. And I wish they brought it to America. They never did, but I saw them back then, and man, was I drooling over them. I just imported a Fiat Barchetta and an MGF, so I like driving cars that nobody else has too. Search Drivin Ivan later tonight. You'll see it. Yeah, there you go. And you'll see a whole. I'm doing a video of every car here, so that's just absolutely classic. Look at that Porsche 944 over there. Wow, that's amazing. But this one, the BMW Z1. Predecessor to the Z3. They launched it in the Bond film, as I remember. But I had one of those too. I had a Z3. Great cars. Basically, I would call it the rich man's Miata. But this one, what's it like to drive, sir?
It's very nice. It's not very fast, only 170 horsepower.
Okay.
Good torque, and it handles really well.
Absolutely amazing. All right, picking things up with the Lotus Elise. You can actually follow the girl who this is named after on Instagram. The real Elise, I think is what she says. This is one of the most pure driving cars you're gonna see. You've seen my Lotus Esprit. This is the modern incarnation. This is a beautiful car. You can see the Amira. Yes, I reviewed the Amira, but this is pure driving joy right here. Simplify and add lightness. Just the simplicity of the car. If you're looking for bells and whistles, this is not your thing. The Lotus is for people who kind of want a Porsche, but they kind of want something special too. And I'm someone who has both. Five Porsches and 2 Lotuses, so I can tell you, this is an amazing car. Absolutely amazing. Mid-engine, perfectly balanced. They started making them in the 90s in England, and I'm actually hoping to tour Lotus factory soon, but this is just a true driver's car. Absolutely amazing, and he's very nicely letting people sit inside today and check it out. All right, here's my friend's Aston Martin Vantage V8. I reviewed this exact car, I believe, and you can see it on YouTube. Vantage V8S. No, is it this one? I'm so confused. I forgot which color the steering wheel is. Yeah, this is it. So cool. It's funny. I've driven so many cars and reviewed them, but yeah, this was the exact car. So if you want to see what it's like to drive, just search Drivin Ivan and Aston Martin Vantage V8 or DB9 or Lagonda. Just reviewed the Aston Martin Lagonda. Look at this. Wow, wow, wow. It's a Survivor. It's really cool. Lindbergh, it says. 1965 Porsche 356C. Since it's a 65, this would be one of the last 356s, as they came out with a 911 this year. This one looks like it was built to do the Carrera Panamera Rally or something. Absolutely exquisite. Wow, wow, wow. This is so incredibly cool. La Carrera Panamericana. This is probably, they had a display class for this at Pebble Beach a couple years back. Not this year, I think, but the year before. Or maybe 2 years ago. So that's awesome. Porsche Pink Pig back on the track, 917. Very cool. Wanted vintage cars. Look at that. All right. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Okay. I'll take one of those. He's looking for some classic cars. And free advertising for him too there. Why not? I like car people. I like people in the car business. So there you go. This is awesome. Very, very cool. Beautiful Pagoda SL, although it doesn't have the Pagoda hardtop on it. This is called the Pagoda because the hardtop is kind of like a beautiful Japanese pagoda. This would be from the early 70s. And this might even be my buddy's. Lady owned, if it is. Not sure. It's not saying. 1969 Mercedes-Benz SL. After this came Der Panzerwagen, the 1972 to 1989 Mercedes SL. Called Der Panzerwagen because they were bulletproof. That means tank in German. So there you go, Panzerwagen. Beautiful Mercedes SL with matching wheels. I have a 74 SL. Very nice. But I have reviews of the 75 and the 83 that I used to own too. Watch the 75 video. That's a good one. I don't know if this is officially in the show. It's not, but I love these. Lamborghini Urus. Crazy paint scheme on this one. Nothing like an over-the-top, super fast SUV painted in insane colors. If you want to see a tour of Lamborghini, just search Drivin Ivan. You can watch me tour it in 1999 with Valentino Balboni giving a private tour. Or last year in the summer, I toured the museum again. So there you go. Lots of Lamborghinis on my site and Lamborghini car reviews coming soon too. Well, I said the Lotus was a super driver's car, but this is the driver's car of driver's cars. This is an Ariel Atom, constructed entirely for the purpose of driving on the track. Last week I saw a Noble at the Import Carlisle, but this really is an absolutely pure race car for the street. Take it to the track, drive it on the street. There is nothing spared here. Everything is about going fast and lightness. Look at the airflow. The wheels, they're only covered really for safety just a little bit. Amazing car, carbon fiber, and just you can see the chassis. This is truly an amazing vehicle. 2016 Ariel Atom. Absolutely outrageous. Another beautiful Porsche 911 SC, made from 78 to 1983. This one, shade of blue, not like mine. Mine's light blue metallic. This one has the whale tail. Mine does not. Let me know what you think. Whale tail or no whale tail? I'm in the no whale tail camp, unless it's a turbo. This is not a turbo, so you know it decreases top speed but adds some downforce. So you know there's debate. Let me know in the comments what you think. And again, looking at this outrageous Porsche 356. I just got to look at it again. Look at that. Look at the piping in the back and the just crazy rally racing computer and everything in there. Absolutely gorgeous. I could go stare at that Z1 again too. That's a beautiful car. Absolutely stunning. So again, let me know in the comments, smash that like button, subscribe, and let me know whale tail or no whale tail. All right, moving on to the Factory 5 Cobra Daytona. This is a car, I've seen the original in person with Pete Brock, and actually Carroll Shelby was there that day too, I believe. What a great day that was. But I got to interview Pete Brock in front of the real car. If you want to read about this one, just read right there. But actually, I'll tell you a quick story. All of them hated it. Everybody on Shelby's racing team hated it. They only liked it when they found out it was going to go faster. So they immediately started to love it. But they only liked it because it was quicker than the convertible design. Made it more streamlined, made it quicker, and so they loved it. Shelby was all about speed, and he said there's no such thing as too much horsepower. So it's just kind of funny. They put as much horsepower as they can in these, and that is it. Yes, yes, yes. Look at that fuel cell there. This is a beast. Wow, wow, wow.
Nice to meet you, yes.
There you go. Let's see. Come around and tell you exactly. Look at that racing Porsche too. And this one's an 83 Ford Falcon stock car. Looks nothing stock about it, but so cool. Stock car racing is cool, but I don't think there's anything related to the Falcon. They even kind of faked the body on many times as well. They're not even the real body. Look at this absolute beast of a Porsche 944 race car. It's an absolute beast. Oh my God, I love this thing. Had a 944 actually. They're renowned for their handling, but they're not fast. Well, this one fixes that problem. This one is fast. It says it right on the engine. See? Wilson, fast, big mouth. That is so cool. So it's got an engine swap in it, and it's just a race car. That is so cool. With a Porsche 944 body. I don't think there's much Porsche 944 left in this thing, but that's okay. Super cool. Twin turbo Supra. Looks like it might even have nitrous oxide. What a beast. Looks like it was a real movie car too. A lot of people like to collect movie memorabilia. I like to collect signed guitars and things like that from rock stars and things like that, but autographs on albums and things like that. But some people like to own movie-owned cars. I did a video of Hollywood picture cars at one point. I'm not sure if that's on YouTube. If it's not, I should put it up there. But that was pretty cool. Very cool, Fast and the Furious. Little mini car next to it. Okay, here we are, starting on down here. A lot of cool dogs here today too. Hey buddy, how you doing? You like this BMW? I don't know. You just want a treat, don't you? I try to show you all the cars and all the dogs. That's what I'm doing. Search Drivin Ivan for all the cars and all the dogs. Another second-gen Corvette. Another second-gen Corvette. Pretty rare color scheme here, I believe. Green seats. And, wow. There you go. Cool. This is a real rare color on this one. And, yep, there we go. A lovely two hanging out today on Drivin Ivan. How you doing?
How are you, Ivan?
This is you today? Looking good. All right. She's a car guy friend of mine. She has a lot of her cars in movies as well, actually. Pretty much every movie shot in the DC area, well, her car's in it. If you've seen a Pagoda Mercedes, she has one of those, and I believe that's hers. I'm not sure. But another blue Corvette. Yeah, the one about the Washington Post. Her car's in that one, I believe. And pretty much every movie, like I said, shot down here. 1964 Mercedes-Benz 190. Yep, you know the 190 from the 80s, 90s, but this is the original version. Mercedes have this huge steering wheel, and it's just classic. Mine has it, they all have it. It just looks beautiful, especially in white. They have a little bit of fender fins going back there, much as this is a good car to be next to it, actually, because this Volvo P1800 has the fins, and the ES is the estate, the wagon. They have a wagon version of it. Shooting brake comes out like this, still has the fins and everything. That's the one to have, but I love these. They're really cool. And next to that other car with fins there, the Mercedes 190, that's just so cool. There you go. Read all about it there. But nice to see this one here. Oh, this one's great. This is my friend. He's a 1976 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. I believe he's on Instagram. Yep, you can see him there. 1976 Corvette Stingray. And I had a 77, so I met him. And you know, it's I love this. It's so similar to my car, same basic color, just about. Nice to see him out here today. I do have a service manual for the 1977. If someone would like it, let me know. I'll let you have it at a very, very, very fair price. Alfa Romeo Giallo, Fly Yellow, and let's see what's going on there. Tail of the Dragon, 318 curves in 11 miles. That's the Tail of the Dragon. I think it's down in the Carolinas. You definitely want to drive it. Definitely one of those things you want to do. I got to drive the Nürburgring this last summer, and I have 2 laps on there with one of my cars that I imported. Do watch my European cars not sold in America, and how to import a car from Europe. I have 3 videos for my Fiat 126, for my MGF, and for my Fiat Barchetta. Watch those videos, smash the like button, and subscribe if you haven't. Like this video. Thanks. Let's keep going. Okay, continuing on. I like this one. This is a nice looking Corvette. So 1982, they went to this round glass window sort of back in 1978 was the first year. Read all about this one here. Press pause, but really nice looking car. This paint scheme looks great. Sorry. And absolutely great looking car. A newer Corvette here. All sorts of cool cars out here today. And it's just nice to see. Look at that manual transmission there, ZR1. That's the one you want. Fast, raciest one available. Another Factory 5, perhaps Cobra Daytona. Again, do watch that Pete Brock video where I interview him in front of the real version of this car. Such a cool video. Okay, well, I can't believe there's another Z1 here. We'll get to that in a second. This one, the Lucid. Nice to see the Lucid out here marketing these great electric cars. They're coming out with a really, really high-end one too. I was reading about. Really nice though. Nice, you know, not everybody wants to be driving the same car that everybody else drives. So it's nice to see the Lucid out here as an alternative to the Tesla. I just actually reviewed the Polestar. That video will be coming up soon. My road test and review of that. I hope to review the Lucid. I've been after these guys to review one for a while, so hopefully I'll have a Lucid review coming soon. And here we go with not 1, but 2 Acura NSXs. These are revolutionary. This is a stock one right here. And when they came out in right around 1990, this one is a 91 Type R replica, NSX Type R. When these came out, I mean, all of a sudden you had a mid-engine car, like my Lotus Esprit, but very, very reliable. You know, with that Honda Acura engineering. They're called the Honda NSX in Europe, and the Acura NSX here. Now, I've reviewed this one. This is a new Acura NSX. I have a driving review of this one, and so check that out on YouTube. But yeah, this is everyone's favorite right here. I do have a full driving review of this one too. I was very fortunate to drive this car and review it. And my video is called The Truth About Driving the Lamborghini Countach. Absolutely stunning, huh? What do you think? The Truth About Driving the Countach. And this is an 85. The one I drove is the later 88 Quattrovel, but not the anniversary. Amazing cars to drive. I mean, the looks you get from people when you're driving this is amazing. There's a piece where Valentino Balboni was in it actually, and David E. Davis, the famous journalist, and he said anybody who thinks they're worth anything should own a 12-cylinder automobile in a lifetime. Just look at all the people around this. In that piece, you could probably find it on YouTube. It's just an amazing piece of journalism, and just it's a video for the ages. It takes you back to the 80s. the wealth of the 80s. Malcolm Forbes is interviewed in it. Billionaire, publisher, millionaire, Malcolm Forbes. Speaking of the Amira, this is a 66 Shelby GT350, and it's the Hertz rental car that you could buy eventually. So this is a rare car too. We'll get to that Lotus in a second. I don't want to skip over anything, especially such a rare car here. The Hertz rental car version, very rare, very cool. But this is Lotus's new Amira. I have a driving review, so just search Drivin Ivan in any car, including the Lotus Amira, and you'll find it. But yeah, they're just taking delivery of these, finally actually coming out. They had some delays. The 4-cylinder will come next year, but these are the 6-cylinders, and they are here, and they are ready. So you'll probably find one that somebody's flipping for sale right now, but it's nice they're out here. And again, I brought my Lotus Esprit Turbo, showing you some really cool Lotuses today, including the base of the Miata, the Lotus Elan. So there you go. Onward we go. And wow, C8R, look at that. Very cool. Another Z1. 2 of them. That's crazy. Crazy that we got 2 of them in the same show. Here's a little about it. Hopefully I'll be doing a driving review soon on this. When you press the button, the thing goes down and up. There you go. So very cool cars. Love them. Like I said, it's one of the ones I thought, of course, who the hell wouldn't want to drive an early Ferrari out of here? This is probably, it's always the car of the day, everywhere it is. Lovely, lovely Ferrari. This is one of the organizers that has this car. It's here every year, and it's just awesome. 1962 Ferrari 250, 2.5 liter, 12-cylinder. They made smaller. Well, that looks a little bigger actually. They made very small 12-cylinder engines at first. Beautiful design, absolutely incredible lines on this one, and the Barani wire wheels. It's got everything you want in your classic Ferrari, including the maroon interior. Beautiful. This is before the H-gate, so yeah, you're not seeing that on purpose. Don't worry. What a lovely car. Absolutely stunning. And the McLaren racing technology, now made in your own street car you can have. 570S, there's a 620, there's a 720, I think, 650 is 720. Nice to see the McLarens out here today as well. Wow, I think they have more cars this year. Awesome to see so many cars out here. Just keeps on going. Keeps on going. Ferrari, California, yes. In fact, Luigi Chinetti was the importer for Ferrari, and he said, Enzo, build me a convertible. And so since the 60s, they've been making them convertibles, and they've been selling like hotcakes to Hollywood celebrities and that sort of thing. This is a California, followed by the Portofino, Pininfarina design. They even make a convertible Roma now, so you know everybody wants a convertible. Top goes down, price goes up, right? That's what I think. Race on, win on Sunday, sell on Monday, right? But this looks like a challenge Ferrari here. If you ever want to know what a Ferrari is, it's very easy for the modern ones. You just come over here and look on the dashboard here. So this is the 488 Pista Resistance. Not the same word, but anyway, very cool. All right, onward we go. More Ferraris. And again, we'll come in here and you'll be able to see exactly what it is. There you go. 488 GTB. Now, GTB means it's not going to be a convertible Targa. It's going to be a Boxer. Gran Turismo Boxer, also Berlina, and that means hardtop. And usually they have more horsepower, they're faster. So this is going to be faster than the Targa top version. It's got the red heads. That's what the Testarossa was named after. Red heads on the engine. So there you go. Here we go, Lamborghini Anniversario, 60th anniversary. Big deal for Lamborghini. There is a movie on Lamborghini now, and that's an interesting movie. I think they took, a little bit of creative liberty with it, but still an interesting movie. It tells you the basic story. Again, watch my Lamborghini factory tour in 1999, and then again last year in 2023. The Viper. Yes, Dodge Viper. RT10 10-cylinder engine. This is 2001. I like the brown, beautiful finish there. Another Ferrari. These are I've started to see these in Florida. The black Cavallino, the prancing horse, and I think they're kind of cool. Anything to make your car stand out a bit. The Scuderia badge, it's called. Scuderia was his racing company, and that prancing horse was on a family friend's who died in the war, World War I, and he asked if he could use it for his cars, and it was like a tribute, and they let him do it. So in 1948, when Ferrari came out, that is when the prancing horse came out, and that's what you see. Ferrari F12, the front engine V12, continuing the tradition, like you saw in the 250 GTE, except that one is just a two-seat car. A four-seat car. This one's a two-seat car. So there you go. And continuing on here. Yes, I love these front-engine 12-cylinder Ferraris. To me, they're classic. I mean, everybody wants the mid-engine ones, but I don't know. I think these are great. Look at the brown seats in this too. F12 Berlinetta. Very, very cool. Wow. Now, if you're a Gen Xer like me, then you grew up watching Magnum PI, and this was the car. Absolutely. And still, I think it's one of the most stunning Ferraris. I have reviewed it, so they're not super fast nowadays, but they're not considered fast anymore. But 1985 Ferrari 308 GTS Quattro valve. This is the one you want. The Ferrari H-gate shifter and beautiful tan interior with the red. This is it. This is the one you want. 308 GTSI Quattro valve. Now, in most of the scenes in Magnum PI, it was like this because Tom Selleck was tall and his head stuck out the top, so you couldn't really drive it with the top on. That's why you already saw it with the top off. But yeah, the Ferrari 308, against all odds, that movie. Also, there was a Porsche versus Ferrari race with one of these. Nice, one of the great car scenes. That was amazing. And again, you want to know what your Ferrari is, all you got to do is just look at the dash. There you go, 488 GTB, Gran Turismo Berlinetta. More horsepower than the Targa, and more fun. Again, here's the car that Enzo Ferrari said was the most beautiful car ever created, and he should know a thing or two about cars. This is the later one, 1973. The earlier ones, I think, were a bit more shapely, but yes, Enzo Ferrari considered this the most beautiful car in the world. So there you have it. All right, 50 years of history. Woo. Later, faster, but not more desirable to me in my eye. This is the later 328 GTSI, 3.2 liter versus the 3 liter. Better cars, easier to drive, easier to maintain, but I don't think they look as good. It's because of the wheels. They're not as deep on this one. I'll show you. Look. Okay, look at this. And now look at this. You see, the wheels make all the difference between the 328 and the 308. And I like this one better. Watch my full driving review. Just search Drivin Ivan in any car on YouTube. And another 328. This one not red with tan. Resale red, it's called in Ferrari world. This one has the black interior. Some people like tan, some people like the black. But yeah, resale red. That's because if you want to ever sell your Ferrari, well, everybody wants a red Ferrari. Here's a Shelby Cobra. Ford Mustang Cobra. Maybe it's not a Shelby. It's Cobra. That's for sure. Got an aftermarket infotainment screen there, kind of in the middle. White gauges, love it. Really cool. Love the paint job too. Some fancy paint jobs out here today. I'll go show you some more. Look at that one on the BMW. And these Ferraris here. I like the wheels. These are similar to the wheels I have on my Porsche, actually, with the rivets there. Very nice. 360 Spider. And this one has the Daytona seats from the Ferrari Daytona. Still an option today. This engine looks like it's been done up a hair bit. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I think so. Very cool. And then, well, here's another one, basically. Also the Daytona seats. And this is an F430, though. It's a little later than that one, actually. But, ooh, a DC car. It's pretty cool. Really nice to see these super rare cars out here. All the Ferraris. They're kind of, I think they organized them a little nicer this year. Cool M M4 here. M4 is 2-door, M3 is now 4-door. I don't know why, but that's BMW's logic. It's not mine. That's how it is. Love the custom wheels on this one. And yeah, 488 Spider. See? Not as quick as the 488 GTB, but still very, very nice. I love the convertible. To me, top goes down, appeal goes up, price goes up too. Another 328. Wow, there's 3 of them here. 3 of them. 3 of them. Here is the Maranello, of which I spoke of earlier. That was actually got the wrong one, but this is a 550 Maranello. What a lovely car this one is. Blue seats with the white piping. Absolutely love this H-gate shifter. I do have a driving review of this on YouTube, so look for that one. Love this car, absolutely. I think I might have the white seats with the blue piping, the crema, but this is amazing. Love it, love it, love it. This to me is the sweet spot because there's not a lot of driver's aids on this at all. Ferrari 550, so beautiful. Wow, 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 wow. Here we are, another F430 Spider. And let's see over here. Yep, 328. And then over here we have the California GT. That was awesome. So step up above the California. This Sterrato is very cool. Lamborghini Sterrato is a safari version of the Lamborghini, and you know, kind of like the Porsche's making their own right now. This is absolutely stunning, and love to see this Ferrari. Here's the owner, the proud owner. Love to see this one here. This kid apparently, she came up to the owner and said, "Oh, I have a Matchbox, a Lego copy of this exact car." And I was like, "Oh, don't worry.
I think it's same
Don't
color.
worry, he'll trade you." So what's it like to drive? Have you driven it off road? Come on.
I live on a gravel road,
Okay.
but it's just fun on the asphalt. It's a little easier to slide the car.
Yeah, so it's loose.
Yeah.
The cornering limits are lower.
Yeah.
It's the first off-road tire certified to 160 miles an hour.
Wow, that's amazing. Like the Lamborghini LM was 120 miles an hour and 110 in the sand. Yeah, absolutely. All right, I think I've shown you everything now. There you are, the 2024 Old Town Festival of Speed and Style. There's going to be a fashion show later, but I hope you've enjoyed this video. Check out all my videos. Search Drivin Ivan in any car. The cars I just imported from Europe, check that out. How to import a car from Europe. Watch my music videos, Hotel California, where I play all the instruments. Disc golf videos, music videos, and also Ink Video on TikTok and Ink Video on YouTube, where I just play solo acoustic songs. And Ivan Katz Productions, I have some cool videos there too. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'm Drivin Ivan.